Hello everybody, welcome to Project Beauty, where we talk about project planning and everything beauty related. My name is Jen. I'm going to be updating you guys on my That's Expensive project pan, and this is for the October month. It goes from December 28th of 2021 to December 28th of 2022. Oh, sorry, to December 27th of 2022. I guess it'll start up again on the 28th. So this is by Misty at Misty Pans, and I really enjoy this project. This is probably one of my more successful projects for higher end items because I put a lot of focus into these because they cost a little bit more money. Not that I do that with every single item, but feel like everything should get love. It's just when you put that little bit of extra dime more into a project or into an item, I should say, it just sort of catches your mind a little bit more, you know what I mean? Especially when you think about it because it's in a project. So we're going to go over these really quickly. Last month I did include a few more items, but I don't think I put it in the intro. I can't remember if I actually showed these in the intro, or not the intro, but like the last month's introduction to these items. So regardless, I did not write down the initial starting weights, so I just wrote down the weights for today. So we'll go ahead and start with the item that's been in the longest, and that is my Natasha Denona Bloom face palette. I actually used this one time, which is today, and I really like this. I think it looks pretty nice. I have been wearing this since first thing this morning, so yeah, it's been on a long time. But it's starting to look really loved in here. I really need to wipe off the silver part, but I kind of like it like that so it doesn't glare as much. I have, let's see, 16 uses on this so far. My goal was 50, which really shouldn't be that hard in a whole entire year. But for some reason, I just haven't grabbed this. So I did one more time this month, and I think what I'm going to try and do is remember this a little bit more, so I can get my uses up. I want to at least hit the halfway mark. So this one will stay in. We were at 142.26, and I only used about 0.05 grams because I only used one use, so I'm not even writing that down. The next is for my NARS Cream Bronzer in Laguna, and this was at 57. Let me see, did I even weigh this? I don't even know if I weighed this one. Pretty sure I did, but I did not. Okay, so this was at 56.32 grams, and it's now at 55.59, and I'll show you where we're at right now. There is a massive dip in the one side. I would say I could probably hit pan by the end of the year if I'm really faithful about using my product, but this has been in, I believe, since the beginning, and I haven't even used halfway through this, so this does last a long time. Definitely need to keep it in the project for sure. The next item I have is my Belif Moisturizing Eye Balm, and this is really good. This is probably, sorry about my nails, I keep chipping at the nail polish, but anyhow, I've used this a little bit more than I normally do in a month, and I'm just trying to get a little bit more usage on this to maybe make it down like halfway by the end of the year at least. I don't need a lot of this. It's the most beautiful eye cream, like under eye cream, I think I've ever used out of like almost all of them, I would say. Probably all of them. I do like the Shiseido one though. That one is really nice, but I really love this one. But I'm trying to use some of my little samples because they're smaller. They go bad faster. But we are starting to, that is just glaring, but we are starting to make some use in there, which is really nice. So we were at 98.5 grams, and we're now at 97.87. So some use, probably more than previous months because I barely use this, maybe a handful of times each month, but this last month I used it quite a bit. So I'm going to continue to try to make a little bit more effort on this because I do want this as an empty for next year because I will need to replace this. I don't want it to go bad before I'm finished using it. So Okay, and then we have my Natasha Denona Bronze Face Palette. My goal was to use this 20 times, and again, 20 times in a year is not that much. But the Bronze palette is something, or sorry, it's a Tan, Bronze, and Glow palette. I always call it the Bronze palette. It's the Tan, Bronze, and Glow Face Palette. And I always think to myself, I will use this in the summer, no problem. I barely wear makeup in the summer, especially like face makeup. I barely ever wear. I'm just going to swatch the powder highlighter and bronzer. They're pretty nice. The cream ones, though, not so much my jam, but that's okay. This one is going to go back, and I'll probably think about bringing this into another project in the future, maybe Partners in Cream or something next year. I don't know. But I'm going to put it back because I already have a Laguna bronzer out. I don't need these ones, and I like this one better when my skin is more my summer shade. So we're going to put that one away. And then the next one is for 100 Proof Soothing Oil from Drybar. And I have used this a little. I'm not even going to bother making a tiki because we're only like the width of one of the lines down. Like it's not that far. So I'm not going to bother making a tiki on this. I did use this a little bit, but not like I used my other ones because I'm trying to really get through those other ones first. But this one, we were at 108.93 and we're now at 108.05. So it's a heavy, dense product, so you don't need to use a lot in order for you to see a large jump on the scale. So, yeah. I mean, it's in my mind, the decimal places are a large jump. It's not really that large, but it sounds large. Okay, so that one, of course, will remain in the project. The next one is my Clinique Take the Day Off makeup remover, and it's a liquid makeup remover. And we were at here, and we are now way down here. So I could potentially finish this by the end of the year. That would be fantastic. You can see it's separated there, so that's why it looks like it's lower than it is, but it's actually up here. So yeah, please don't mind my nails. It's so terrible. But this is all we have left. So if I keep using this faithfully, I will be able to have this out for the end of the year, which would be really, really nice. We were at 169.99 and we're now at 117.01. So a huge jump on that one. Next is my IT CC Plus AA, which is anti-aging SPF foundation. This is in the shade medium, and as you can see, I've used a lot. So in the last month, I've done a lot of Halloween looks, a lot of makeup, and I really use this down to the point where there is not much left. We're like way down here, and I could probably even squeeze it like shorter. We're like way down here. So this one could potentially be an empty, but not this year because this just doesn't match me. It's okay for right now, but I'm using my other ones and I'm using my DeBronzy drops with them. So I'll just keep this one. It's gonna exit the project though because I have reached my 30 use goal on this, as you can tell. My original goal was 30 uses, but I used it 33 times. So I used it a few times even after I had reached my goal already, just because I was really enjoying this. And I do have, I think, the tiniest bit of this on my face today. And my face is only just starting to feel a little bit greasy, even though I've been wearing this for majority of the day. But I'm going to put this away now in my collection, so that one will go back. The next item I have is the Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturizing Lotion Plus. And as you can see, I've started to make a little bit of an empty. It's starting to go down. We've gone down quite a bit from that last line until this one here. And this is where I would like to go to. This is my goal line. I want it to be about halfway. And I feel like that's about halfway. So that's what we're going to do. So this one was at 169.33 grams. We're now at 165.69. I believe that is this time. I'm just going to double check because I'm rushing around here. So I may not have weighed this one. So let's just double check. Okay, so that was the last month's. So I apologize for that. So it was 165.69. We're now at 151.92. So much less. I'm so glad I double checked that. Okay. That one will definitely stay in, especially until we reach this. So a couple more months. And then the next one I have is my MAC Glow Play Lip Balm. This is in the shade Sweet Treat. My goal is to complete this. That's not going to happen before the end, but I am going to continue to use this. This you do not need a lot of. You can reapply it. It will last so long, but I will say that my lips do not feel moisturized when I use this. So I'm very glad it was a freebie item. So that's how much I have left. You can see that I have used quite a bit in a month, but it's not something that I use every single day, but most days. I would say probably 3 weeks out of the entire month. So definitely need to continue to use this. But again, I don't know that it will be done before the end of the year. And then we have my MAC Prep and Prime Lip Primer, which I have actually been getting some use from. So you can see we are now a little bit down in the tube. Last month it was brand new, so still have a lot to go, but I can definitely get this one out. Well, I shouldn't say definitely get this out by the end of the year because I haven't used that much. So it probably will squeak into next year, but that's okay. And then we have the Shiseido SPF. It's a SPF 42. Yeah, this is the front. And it's a 30 ml bottle, and this is good until June next year. I will most definitely have this out before the end of the year. I am already right down here, and this is brand new when we brought it in. So I would say I am about to where it says protector right here, this long line here. That's where I am. So I will probably put a line somewhere maybe on this side here. So I'll probably do that. But we're at 41.7 grams. This is a very heavy container, so it's probably mostly container, and it's very a liquidy, sort of watery based SPF. Sorry, I'm holding back a yawn. Wow, I'm so tired. But I'll show you the SPF, like how liquidy it is. You can see it just drips, and it's very liquidy. So you'll see, even though those are tiny little drops, it will start dripping down. If it was a cream, it would probably stay put, but it's very, very milky and very nice, but it does create a white cast on your face. So when I use this, I always add my debronzy drops to bring color back into my face. So I feel like if you don't have debronzy drops, you can definitely do that. If you're not looking for a bronze and you're looking for something to give you a little more of a flush to the skin, Drunk Elephant also has these, which are called Oubloose. I don't know. It says Oubloose Rosy Drops. And it gives you a flush to the skin. So you add this into your serum, your moisturizer, or your sunscreen. And then it just gives your face a little pink glow. I do not like looking like I just ran. So I use it, but I use it when I put foundation on. I'll use it before that. So not a huge fan of the color on that, but it's a free sample, so I'm going to use it. And then the last item we have is my Dior Quad sample. It looked like this, and it's these products up here, and you can see it had the 4. I am currently working on the second of the lighter, like magenta-y, pinky, purple-y shade. This one was very nice. This lip balm was incredibly nice, and I felt like it hydrated, unlike the MAC one. This one is a lip gloss, so I can't hold it like that for a long time because I don't want it to spill, but it's very nice as well. And then I'll, excuse me, move on to the more pink ones once those other ones are done. I just want to choose the other ones first. So I have one completed and one started. So hopefully I can have this done by, I'm going to hope the end of next month, but then this one will probably be left in the dust a little bit because I will want to focus on the other ones and get those used up because they're open containers where the other one has a lid, etc. So, yeah, so this does come with a little brush, so that's what I'm using to apply the product. It is a very nice product. I really like it, but I would not repurchase it because of the price tag, and I can find other lip balms that are just as hydrating for a lesser cost. So I got something going on in my throat, so I'm going to cut this off. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm so sorry for that tickle that's happening and like causing me to stop talking. But if you've made it this far in the video, I would love it if you would leave some kind of a leaf, maybe a little autumn fall colored leaf in the comments. That would be so great. I hope you guys are having a great day. Thank you again so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.